smoking?
Honey, let him leave the nest.
Oh my.
In the SNL sketch Gift Wrap, we see James Franco playing a character who gets a little cut, so he sucks on his finger to ease the pain.
Guaranteed.
Oh, ow.
Oh, sure. Are you okay?
However, when he's supposed to spit the fake blood out, some of it gets on Leslie Jones, which was not at all how the script intended things to go.
Hi, are you free to wrap a gift?
Naturally, Jones was completely taken aback, but everyone still managed to make the scene work to their favor. In Resident Evil Retribution, there's a sequence where Mila Jovovich's stunt double has to be held by the crew in order to maintain a pose. However, it turns out that one of the men who was given this task had ended up holding something extra. This caught the stunt double off guard and led to a funny blooper that obviously did not make the final cut. Joel McHale and Ghislaine Jacobs did have a lot of chemistry on the hit show Community, but their characters at first were not really compatible. Anyway, Jeff and Britta have had lots of awkward moments.
Let him leave the nest.
Hand is very warm.
Thanks.
But none come close to this odd time when he grabs her when she least expected it.
He's smoking.
Honey, let him leave the nest.
Oh my.
Gillian Jacobs had no idea this was going to happen, so her reaction was genuine. Goats are rare to come by in an Avengers movie, but during Infinity War, there's a gag reel where we see the goats interrupting Black Panther's speech as he talks to Bucky.
I know you have found something. A sense of peace.
In the blooper, we can hear the goats bleeding away in the background, which breaks T'Challa's flow. Chadwick Boseman couldn't stay in character much longer, as he had to react to what was happening.
A sense of peace. Okay, now you are going too far now.
In anger management, Heather Graham stole the show multiple times, but the most hilarious moment involving her has to be when she has her outburst in front of Adam Sandler.
Skinny? Everyone wants that.
Although with cake in her mouth, it was so ridiculous that Graham kept laughing and spitting out the cake, which led this scene to get shot in multiple takes. Even so, it was quite a fun moment for everyone involved.
Can I put on me and my bone?
You are not my wife. Hey. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna shh.
In Central Intelligence, we see known buddies Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart teaming up for a comedy. But the funniest parts of this film were in its bloopers. One section particularly had Dwayne's character slapping Hart for no good reason. It was supposed to be light, but given their off-screen nature, the buddies had some fun here, and it led to a very funny blooper.
I promise you on everything. Let's keep on. Keep on. I am. I'm about to.
That shit out of me.
In Baywatch, there's a very popular scene where Zac Efron seemingly can't get his eyes off Alexandra Daddario. More specifically, certain parts of her body. She calls him out on it, and he says he wasn't looking. But then the conversation proceeds into further risky talk, which had to be kept to the bloopers. Funnily enough, Efron came up with a nice alternative to the word bloopers too.
Whoa.
That doesn't make them booblers.
In 5 Year Engagement, we have a moment where Jason Segel accidentally elbows Emily Blunt in the face while he's getting up. Now, this was not intentional at all, as can be seen in how both actors respond to this moment. It seemed like a genuine mistake, and the execs thought it would be funny to have it as a blooper. In Spider-Man 2, J. Jonah Jameson had some memorable moments, but even J.K. Simmons doesn't always get it right. He was apparently going too easy here, so he was told to go a little harder.
I'm a little nauseous, yeah. Get out.
Too light and comedic when you tell them to get out. You tell them they get the that look.
But then he hilariously asked if they weren't going for anything PG-13.
You don't like that guy, buddy.
Okay, we're not trying to get PG now?
No. Don't say the word. I just mean to communicate.
It cracked everyone up because he had to be reminded not to use any slurs. It was a light moment that eventually made it to the gag reel.
I don't know. And that's our move? Can I put my fingers in your mouth?
In Horrible Bosses 2, Jason Sudeikis and Charlie Day found themselves in a situation much like a famous scene from Austin Powers. But the main difference being this was in front of other people.
Here we go. It's a two-man job.
Okay. Well, I got a real eyeful there.
Considering how ridiculous it was, Sudeikis asked Kelly Stables if he could put his finger in her mouth, which wasn't even the worst thing that was happening in this scene. It goes on to show how crazy shoots can get. It's J. Jonah Jameson again, from Spider-Man 2, who totally steals the show here as he reacts to a sudden noise coming from behind. He implies that it's a thief, but J.K. Simmons may have put a bit too much of an effort into his delivery.
He was a thief!
because he literally spits out his fake teeth in the process. Nobody could keep their cool here, and everyone broke into a laugh because of it. Chris Evans seemed to be having a lot of fun during the making of Deadpool and Wolverine. He was so in character that even during the bloopers, it looked as if it was the edgy Johnny Storm we were seeing. There are multiple gag reels of him, such as awkward landings, or messing up the Juggernaut and Juggernauts line.
Husk Factor charred remains while gargling juggernauts, 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 juggernauts. Wow. And you can quote me. Okay.
Which caused everyone to break character. But all in all, it was fun to see Captain America enjoying himself. In Huntsman: The Winter War, Charlize Theron and Emily Blunt get into a tense confrontation, which was supposed to be an important, serious moment. However, someone from the crew let out what can only be called an inhuman fart.
Oh my God. What was that?
Which took both actresses by surprise. It even got Theron to ask what on earth that was, as such farts cannot be considered normal.
Elaine, don't even.
Okay, hey.
In Seinfeld, Elaine did George really dirty in one scene where she takes off his wig and throws it off the apartment. However, before this scene was achieved, there's a blooper where in the middle of the chaos, we notice that the wig has already fallen on the ground. As expected, this cracked everyone up and the actors couldn't stop laughing. In Night at the Museum, which is already a funny movie, Robin Williams accidentally rips his pants as he gets off his horse.
Pleasure to meet you, Lawrence.
Now, this would have been enough to make everyone laugh, but it was actually a comment he passed later on that took Ben Stiller completely by surprise. Williams improvised his lines, and they fit so well with the awkward moment of his ripped pants that it made for a perfect blooper. Jumanji was one heck of a ride, and it's always fun to have Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson on board. In one moment, Hart's character goes on about how he has felt a lot of things, which makes everyone laugh, but that was intended.
I've seen a lot, felt them on my face too. I can never take that moment back.
What actually becomes a blooper is when he breaks out into a laugh when he comments on Nick Jonas fainting, which he believed was for laughing at him.
That's what you get. You laugh at me, you die.
The Big Bang Theory has lots of bloopers, but one particular moment that caught everyone off guard was when Leonard messes up a line wherein he's supposed to ask Penny for someone, but asks for Penny again.
Oh, hey, Leonard.
Hey, Penny, how's it going? Listen, that guy Mike that you were dating, is that still going on?
Pretty much. Why?
Nothing, just catching up. By the way, may I speak to Penny, please?
It's a hilarious goof that makes everyone burst out laughing, especially when Kaylee Cuoco corrects Galecki for his mistake, causing him to cuss too.
I'm Penny.
The Boys is a super popular show, and it has been right from season 1. In this season, there was a lot to take in terms of bloopers.
The F-16s.
Yeah, as we speak, but you.
But one scene they should have kept in the final cut was when Homelander was talking to Maeve and he accidentally knocked a door over. It was a mistake by Anthony Starr, but it fits so well with Homelander's personality that it seemed too perfect to be a blooper.
I don't trade lies, Captain. I told you to go.
Vision is supposed to be the most neutral character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Paul Bettany is only human, as can be seen in these bloopers where he simply can't keep himself in check. His actions made even Chris Evans burst into a laughter instantly. Jurassic World may be a dinosaur movie, but it also had Chris Pratt, which meant a lot of fun was had on set.
Stunts 101. Always warm up. Got it. Let's go.
Pratt would do these weird stretching routines that would not just distract his co-stars, but also the shooting crew, and it's absolutely hilarious. Like, share, and subscribe if you liked this clip, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay then, see you soon.